Is Hollow Knight Silksong beatable without using any silk? Now you probably clicked on this video saying obviously not because clawline. Yes, you're right, there is some areas that do require silk. But other than those specific areas, I cannot use any silk at all. No healing, no tools, no skills, not even the clawline freely. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe. So when we first spawn in Moss Grotto, we bind it, and this area requires no silk usage at all. So I'm completely fine here. Like every single other area, there's only just a few spots that require you to silk like clawline. But anyways, we're gonna fight Moss Mother. The room was small and quiet when I walked in. Moss Mother sat in the middle, slow and calm, moving side to side. She threw out a few moss bugs, but they were weak and easy to hit. When I hit her, she floated back a little and then came at me again to hit me with slow swings. Her body is big, but her attacks were slow, easy to see and easy to dodge. Sometimes she tried to charge, but it missed every single time. I feel like no matter what challenge I do, I'm always going to be able to beat Moss Mother first try. But basically after that, we entered Bone Bottom / the Marrow, and we're going to have to do this wave of mini bosses. This one isn't that hard, but without using any silk, like not being able to heal and stuff like that, it got a little difficult, I guess, but we ended up beating the final one. He's like a big skull. He just runs side to side really fast. We ended up defeating him, and then we moved on to the other side of the Marrow. Basically, we're just going to do some more parkour, dodging these little enemies and stuff like that. We entered Moss Home. This is like the green area. I came over here to get the section over here, which I binded, and learn the Silk Spear. Now this and like one other time is the only time I'm going to be able to use silk. I have to defeat the Bell Beast to get through because you need the dash to complete the game, and there's no other way to get through Deep Docks without this. So as soon as I defeat the boss, I will remove the Silk Spear and never use silk again. Bell Beast came up from the ground small and round with dirt falling off its back and moved in short hops and then slammed down hard, making the floor shake, but it was slow and easy to dodge. Sometimes it rolled across the room and I waited until it paused so I can hit it. Every time it landed, it stayed still for a moment, letting me swing a few times before moving again. After a while, it let out a big scream and a few bells from the roof, bouncing once before breaking. I circled around it, staying close when it stopped and backing away when it moved. Its jumps and slams were always easy to see, and it didn't change its moves no matter how many hits I landed. Fun fact here, I was actually able to beat this boss without getting hit. As you can see, I didn't do a single cut. I sped up the video even then, and then we obviously defeated it. We entered like the silk web thing. This happens every single time you defeat a boss related to silk.
Are you serious right now?
After that, we basically went along this Marrow, just going to the right, doing some more parkour, going along this pathway, entering Deep Dock. This is like the fire area. I have one objective here, and that is to get the dash and also defeat Lace. Obviously, Lace is kind of bad as hell. We're all cracking. Anyways, we entered like this far fields kind of area. We're still in the Deep Docks. I need to get to this area to make it to this section, which I binded, and I finally learned the dash. This makes everything 10 times faster in Hollow Knight Silksong. Lace is a small quick boss in Hollow Knight Silksong. She fights in the Deep Docks area and is one of the first real challenges Hornet faces. Lace uses a needle and has a few fast moves. She dashes at you with her needle, swings it in quick slashes, and jumps to attack from above. Sometimes she will block your attacks with her needle, so timing is important. In later parts of the fight, she may create a glowing circle on the ground and attack from the air. The key to beating her is to stay calm, watch her moves, and find the right time to strike. With practice, you'll learn her patterns and be able to defeat her. This battle helps you get better at dodging and attacking, which is useful for tougher fights ahead. And yes, I am stupid. I just dashed into the lava. We don't talk about that. I tried to dash toward her so I can dodge, and then I just you get the point.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
After winning, you can move on to new areas and face more challenges, which I did that obviously. After defeating the Lace boss boy, we entered the Far Fields area. This is the big green grass area in the map. We jumped down all the way over here. We spoke to this dude over here and I promised him a wish. Then we had to get 25 spine cores, so what I basically did is hunt for that. We got the Dripless Cloak, and then now we're about to beat the 4th Chorus. Guys, I'm seriously getting better at these challenges every single day. The 4th Chorus is a huge robot boss in Hollow Knight Silksong found in the Far Fields. It has a round body and long legs with arms that swing to hit you. The fight happens in a lava pit and the floor can break down when he slams, so you have to keep moving and jumping to avoid falling. The boss hits by slamming straight down and sweeping side to side, and you have to watch the timing to not get hit. Only hitting its head does damage, so you have to wait for the right moment and get close carefully. After some hits, the balls fall over and the lava pits move back, giving you a chance to attack more. Rock starts falling from the ceiling later, and you need to dodge them while still hitting the boss's head. Whirlpools appear that let you float with the Dripless Cloak, and you can use them to reach glowing rocks in the ceiling. Hitting these rocks make a big rock fall on the boss, which does a lot of damage. You have to repeat this a few times, keeping your jumps and timing correct. The arena gets smaller as the fight goes on, so moving fast is important. The 4th Chorus never stops attacking, and every swing or slam can knock you into the lava. Finally, I got a double kill on them and then left the area. I went over here for some more whirlpools to get a mask, got another mask, and got another mask, and got another mask.
Boy, if you don't...
Then what I did is I basically go to Wormways. This time I can get to Shellwood without having to go through Greymoor. I feel like this route is a lot more efficient since there's not really anything I need in Greymoor other than the Reaper Crest. But anyways, Anyways, in Shellwood, it's just a lot more parkour than every other areas. We did some more parkour, just going up, climbing these walls, and we arrived at the Sister Splinter boss fight. Sister Splinter is a boss in Hollow Knight Silksong found in Shellwood. She moves fast and attacks Hornet with her claws, jumping around the arena and swinging from different angles. During the fight, she also summons vines that grow from the ground and the ceiling. The vines can block attacks and trap you, so you need to carefully jump and hit them 3 times with your needle to break them. She also calls out Splinter Bark minions that run at you, and you have to hit them with your needle. Since this is a no silk run, you cannot use Silk Spear, so all the attacks and dodges must be done on the ground or with jumps. You have to balance attacking your head, destroying vines with your needle, and taking out minions, all without using any silk. She started screaming over here. I made it to this power up section and binded so I could learn the clean grip. Now I'm able to wall climb.
What are you doing?
Just hanging around.
I made it over here into Belheart, and then now we're about to fight Widow. And just to let you guys in on a little secret, if Widow is not a double boss, she is still difficult, but it's not as difficult as it is if it was double bosses, obviously. The Widow is a boss in Hollow Knight Silksong found in Belheart. She has a big body and long legs, and she uses silk to drop bells on Hornet. The bells fall in 2 ways, one where Hornet stands and another in a random spot. They bounce once before disappearing. The Widow also crawls across the floor, leaving behind silk threads that turn into bells, covering the ground. To defeat her without using any silks, you have to rely on your needle and your ability to dodge. Watch for the golden silk threads and where the bells will land. After she attacks, there's a short time where you can hit her head, and even when she falls to the ground, she can still hit you, so stay alert. Keep moving and attacking when it's safe to finally defeat her. It's so satisfying to watch my needle go inside her. Anyways, we learned the ability to sing. We entered another silk web thing. This happens every single time we defeat a boss that's related to silk. I rested at this bench, and this is where I actually went back to Greymore this time. We enter like another wave of mini bosses. This one isn't the hard one. There are harder ones later in the game, but after that we got the crest of the Reaper. This is the best crest in the entire game in my opinion. We also enter Sinner's Road, and then we also enter the Mist where you have to find 3 singing birds, sing them a song, and we enter the Exhaust Organ to fight Phantom. Phantom looks like a dark version of Hornet and attacks with a needle just like Hornet does. During the fight, it throws needles in quick bursts, dashes across the arena, and does a 3-hit combo that can hit Hornet if you're not careful. It also summons beams of light from the ceiling that cover parts of the arena and can hurt you if you stand in them for too long. The Phantom moves fast and jumps or dashes to dodge your attack, so timing is very important. After it attacks, there is a short moment where you can hit safely, hit its body, and just look at the way I died here. Man, my head hit the wall and I bounced back. Are you serious? You have to keep moving and watching its patterns because it attacks constantly. The arena is small, so no dodging and attacking have to be precise. All attacks have to be done with your needle because this is a no silk fight and you cannot use any silk abilities. Finally, I learned the cross stitch, even though I'm not able to use it. But basically after that, we just did some more parkour, wall climbing across these walls over here, going along this pathway, entering Act 2, we talked to Lace, and as soon as she ran away, so did I, because her goons are very strong and are very annoying to deal with. The Citadel has the worst enemies ever. We also obtained the white key that I'm gonna need for our elevator, and we're gonna fight the Cogwork Dancers. These guys are 2 mechanical enemies that move and attack together in the arena, spinning and slashing at Hornet with their arms. During the fight, they leap into the air, slam down, and spin towards Hornet. They can hit from different angles at the same time. They also create spinning hazards that move across the guard, forcing Hornet to dodge while trying to land hits. Since this is a no silk fight, all attacks have to be done with the needle, and you cannot use silk abilities to reach or dodge. Timing is very important because after the jumps or spins, there is a small opening to hit them safely. Both dancers attack together, so you have to watch their patterns and avoid being hit one by one while attacking the other. Finally, I landed a last and final hit. This thing rotated, and then we used the white key from earlier to open up this elevator. We went down in the elevator. We also enter like the white ward / underworks area. This is where I got the claw line grip. And yes, this is the other part of the video that I am talking about. This is the other area that you need silk to complete the game, because you need to get into high halls. You need to get into that one section, that one wave of mini bosses, because you need to learn the Conductor's melody. You need all 3 melodies, and one of them is in high halls. And obviously it hurts my soul to even use silk. I want to stick to the challenge. I like giving myself hard challenges, but this is the only time I can use it. Other than that, I won't use a single piece of silk. And this is the hardest wave of mini bosses ever that I was talking about in the entire game. These guys, they spawn in like multiple waves of them, and then there's like one of these big bosses at the end, and then there's another wave of enemies. And then finally at the end there's 2 big bosses. This one isn't just incredibly annoying. They all throw stuff at you. They all just try to hit you. They don't like you. They do not like you one single bit. My strategy was just sticking to the wall and wall jumping so I don't get hit by any of them. After defeating them, I went inside this room and learned the Conductor's melody. We also enter like the Whispering Vaults area. We had another wave of mini bosses. This one is nothing compared to the High Halls one. This one's pretty easy. Obviously doing more parkour in the Whispering Vaults area. We went down over here. Now we're gonna fight Trobio. Trobio is just like this boss fight that is mainly just fireworks. He throws out tornadoes and then those tornadoes just leave and try to hit you as well. He also throws out smoke bombs that are incredibly annoying to dodge. But obviously if you're me, you'll be fine. Basically, my strategy over here was just jumping up after he does that tornado attack and downstrike him. This is like the only way you can get damage. You can't really get damage if you just go head on. Obviously, those smoke bombs are incredibly annoying to dodge, and I did get hit by his tornado a couple times, but I also did some clapping back. I defeated him, landed the last and final hit, and I also obtained the Sacred Cylinder in the Whispering Vaults. We went back over here, I sang my song to this thing, and I learned the Vault Keeper's melody. And yeah, I lied. There is another time you need to use the claw line. Now, obviously, this area specifically, you need to use the claw line grip again. I swear that is the last time you need to use silk. But anyways, we did this music puzzle thing where we have to keep rotating it until it's the correct one. And then this thing bounces up, we sat down, sing our song, and we finally learned the last melody, the Architect's melody. We sang our song to these three dudes, they opened up the elevator, we went up, and then now it's time to clap Lace.
Hey yo, what the f?
The second fight with Lace and Hollow Knight Silksong takes place in the Grotto, a fairy arena over lava. Lace moves fast and attacks in quick combos that can hit Hornet if you're not careful. She swings her claws in a forward double dash, jumps and slashes down diagonally, lunges from far away, and slams the ground in a wide attack marked by a white circle. You have to jump or move out the way to avoid getting hit, and after some attacks there is a short moment where you can hit her. She also has a parry stance that will hit Hornet if you try to attack then. In the final part of the fight, she jumps and does a big slash with a dive at the end. Then she pauses for a moment before attacking it again. Finally, I dodged all her white attacks and landed in last and final hit. She started screaming, and then I obviously spoke to her to calm her down. We went into another silk web thing. This is the final silk web thing that we have to go through, and then now we enter the actual Grotto where we do some more parkour, and then this is where we challenge the Grandmother Silk. So I obviously went across this bridge, and now we're about to challenge the final boss fight. Grandmother Silk floats above the arena using 6 floating blades that slash across the floor or dive from the ceiling. She also sends out glowing silk strands that mark danger zones before heavy attacks, so you must keep moving to avoid them. Her stomach is the only part you can damage, so you watch for openings when her blades finish their patterns and you jump in to land a hit. Later in the fight, she makes rocks fall and spikes rise from the ground where silk lines show up, so you have to watch those silk lines and then dodge or jump quickly to stay safe. Because you're doing a no silk run, you can't use any silk tools or powers, only your needle and movement. You have to dodge her blades, avoid the marked danger zones made by silk strands, jump or move out of the way when rocks or spikes fall, and then hit her stomach when she pauses. The whole fight tests your timing, your awareness of patterns, and your ability to keep up with the pressure while staying safe. Finally, you defeat her and Grandmother Silk goes down. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and all the recent love and support on the videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. That is Hollow Knight Silksong without any silk, technically. Make sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.